I'm in a dress planning phone call with a bride whose mom is also on the call. They happen to have gone to a wedding the night before for a family member. Her cousin got married on a Thursday night, so they were in a hotel together. And the mom's like, "Well, I'm going to join." So I'm like, "Hey, mom." So we're on the call on speakerphone, and the mom at the end of the call asks the most thoughtful, insightful question. And she says, "Sue, how do we as a group support the bride when she's dress shopping? How do we do that?" They are doing a large group reservation, and you might be thinking, well, invite less people, don't have all those folks in your appointment. But if you're a blended family, or you have specific family dynamics, or just special situations that are personal to you, that's not always a cut and dry decision. So a lot of you do bring big groups, and it's not just random people. Like, these are your core family members. So I was explaining it to her, and I hope this helps you as well. If you don't know what a dress planning phone call is and how it's part of my appointment process, comment below and I will explain it to you. There are two main types of brides, and then there are, of course, variations of the two. There's the spectator group that brides tend to favor. The words and the feedback aren't just immediate. You kind of wait for the bride to speak first, kind of watch, listen, observe, and then whatever is said is a little more encouraging. And that can look like phrases of, "You look more confident in the other dress," your body language in this one says you were more excited in the other one, or "This one just looks like you, like all the sparkle and the glitter, that's just so you. The other one is a little more calm. Do you want that for your special day?" Asking questions like that are like, "I'm observing this thing," or "I know you as this, how do you feel about it?" And just kind of letting her talk. Sometimes spectator groups say nothing, and that's okay. They're just sitting there watching, smiling, giving good vibes, and just like kind of dancing, singing, oohing and awing. That's completely appropriate as well. Sometimes you don't need to say things. You can just be laughing and having a good time, and that's also spectator. So it can look at different ways. You're not always talking and asking and putting her in the position of Q&A. It can also just be enjoying the vibes, making fun. It's really whatever your group dynamic is. I want you to be natural and authentic, and she does too, because we can all tell we're being fake and performative, and it makes her feel like you're genuinely giving a real answer that's helpful to her making the decision, even though the decision's hers and she'll ultimately make that decision, but she still has you here for feedback and support, encouragement. So after the spectator group, you have the more, forward, speaks first group. I don't even know what I call that. I guess direct. You have your more direct groups. Usually the direct group, the bride is telling me in her style quiz, "Hey, just heads up, my family, my group, we're really direct, and they're going to speak their mind. They're going to just say it like it is. So just be heads up." Most of you tell me in the quiz, and I'm ready for that. I mean, I have those family members. I have both, and there's no right or wrong. With the bride, if she has a direct group, usually the group or a couple of members of the group are speaking before she does. And so I had a bride last week that I thought did a really good job with her direct group. She was not like a dominant personality, but she was not shy. She had no problem speaking up for herself when she needed to, but she didn't really say much. She just kind of kept everything very lighthearted, very no big deal. She's obviously very type B, very laid back, but she had some direct group members that were like, "I don't like that dress. The other one, this one's it. Like, this one makes you look so much better than that other dress." Well, the other dress, she had an emotional connection to, and it was like the dream dress in photos. She came in, tried it on. She loved it in person, even after photos. And she just kind of got quiet and let her direct group speak their mind, because she's confident. And then at some point she said, "You know what, guys, I love your opinions, but this is my dress. It's the one you didn't like." And I was so impressed with her, because she was not a dominant personality. I would almost bet that she's an introvert. I never asked her, but she's like a social introvert, where she never felt like she had to assert herself, but she did stand up for herself when it was necessary. So at the end, homegirl got her dress, and it was not the dress that her direct large group wanted, and they were very vocal about it. And then the bride that is a people pleaser, she's going to struggle with a direct group. The direct group can crush the decision-making ability of a people pleaser bride, the bride that's like, I really want to make this decision for myself and I really want to go with the dress that I actually feel the best in. But because of all these direct comments, she'll feel like her dress is not here, or that she needs to go to another store because maybe they embarrassed her. And, you know, it's so much about the experience. And, you know, it's not like a one-time transactional thing. It's a very relational experience. You buy the dress, you come back, you do the fittings, you do the alterations. Even if you take your dress to your favorite seamstress outside of our store, you still care about big picture and the experience and the memories, the core memory that happens with the dress. So that people pleaser bride that struggles with standing up for themselves and knowing how to say, this is my dress, she's going to probably shut down. She could get pressured into a decision, but the appointment becomes very performative for her. And so that's really hard to watch, because you're like, oh my goodness, you know, it just feels like a dumpster fire, and you really want to try to do something, but at the same time, you know that this bride is right at home where she's always been and where she's always going to be. And there are just some dominant folks that are just taking it over. The aggressive bride in a direct group is interesting, because they'll go head to head, boom, 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 and they will just hash it out, and all good. Everybody's gonna go have lunch afterwards. So, direct group, spectator group. These are my tips. Now, the best thing that happened in that call was that we asked her, hey, what do you think, now that I've lined this out for you as these two core groups, where are you within that? Are you a variation? What are you? And the bride was so good. She was like, oh, I definitely want a spectator group where everyone's more encouraging, lets me speak first. But if I'm stuck, I'm going to want them to be more direct. And I was like, you go, girl. That's like the perfect combo. You have them here for a reason, but only for if you need their directness. And that would happen at the end if you needed to make a decision between two that you were genuinely torn between. Otherwise, we're just going to have fun, enjoy the vibes, and spectator. And then if you do have some direct folks in your group, hopefully they can maybe watch this video, share it with them, and maybe they can see like, okay, like I don't want to be a Karen and I want to just let her have her moment. Then maybe just be like a lighter version of yourself. You can still be authentic and real and you. Good talk. Share this with your group. This is your pre-appointment preparations. Have those conversations, family counseling, therapy in a video. We'll see you later.